Okay, number one. One of the following hormones is secreted to prepare the breast for lactation after birth.
Prolactin.
Prolactin, that is very correct. Prolactin, yes. Number two, ADH promotes increased water permeability.
D.
Yeah, D, very correct. D is the answer, the papillary duct. That is, yes. Number three, the gland that lies in the hypophyseal fossa of the sphenoid bone below the hypothalamus is called
Pituitary gland.
gland. That's very correct. Number four says, when the level of ADH, that is antidiuretic hormones, increases, what happens?
C.
Okay.
Yes,
C.
urine is produced.
Less urine is produced. Yes. Yes, that's very correct. So number five, the pituitary is also called hypophysis. Thank you very much. Yes. Number six, the production of melatonin is inhibited by dash. The production of melatonin is inhibited by dash.
Exposure to sun bright light.
Exposure to bright light. Thank you very much. Yeah. Please say something about the melatonin thing. Is the hormone that helps regulate sleep and wake up, whatever thing. So it talks about sleep, and that when you are being exposed to bright light, that hormone is inhibited and you are likely to fall asleep. So that is why most people, before they can sleep, they will turn off their lights, just like that. So it's related to sleep, and what produces it is the pineal gland. So let's write the production. Okay, no. Normal development and activity of the thyroid gland is controlled by dash. Development and activity of the thyroid gland is controlled by dash.
Thyroid stimulating hormone.
Thyroid stimulating hormone. Thank you so much. Release of corticosteroid is regulated by no, it's not cortisol.
Adrenocorticotropic hormone.
Exactly. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. Thank you. Yeah, so what releases the release of corticosteroid is regulated by, that is the hormone that regulates it. Regulated release. Then number 9, the release of ACTH is controlled by the hormone. Okay, let's have it.
Thyroid stimulating hormone.
No.
D.
Correct. Thank you. 10. The gonadotropins dash and dash are produced during and after puberty. They regulate the function of the ovaries and
You talk now.
Do it again.
at the end utilization.
No.
It's all right. That's very correct. That's very correct. Yeah. Luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Yes. Okay, number 11. That stimulate milk production by the breast.
Prolactin.
Prolactin, yes, we've done this already. The two hormones released by neurophysis are So the answer is oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. So now the thing is about this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Remember the previous questions? We saw a question that talked about hypophysis, which is the pituitary. So there's another one called neurophysis, which talked about the posterior pituitary gland. So now for the pituitary gland, they are divided into the posterior and the anterior. The posterior, they have just two hormones there, which is this oxytocin and ADH, which is antidiuretic hormone, or vasopressin. So that is what the answer talks about. Neurophysis is oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. The last one is adenophysis, that talks about the anterior pituitary gland. So let's continue. Number 13. Dash is a strong stimulant of uterine contraction.
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin, yeah, very correct. Yeah, it is used to induce labor and stuff like that. And number 14 says antidiuretic hormone promotes
Water
dash.
retention.
What?
Water retention.
Water retention. Yes, very, very correct. Okay. T4 is also known as dash. T4.
D.
Thyroxine.
D. Thyroxine. Yes. Okay. Calcitonin stimulates
Osteoclast. Abi.
what?
Osteoclast.
Osteoblast. Yes, osteoblast is the correct one. Remember anatomy of the bone. It talks about bone cells, the osteoblast, osteoclast, and in family people. So calcitonin stimulate uh, this osteoblast. And then calcitonin inhibits what? Number 17.
Osteoclast.
Osteoclast. That is correct. Number 18. Parathyroid hormone release is inhibited by dash. Berenice. Hello.
We are here.
Parathyroid hormone is released. Is inhibited by calcium. The answer is A, calcium. Parathyroid hormone. 90 says that dash stimulates the thyroid gland to produce hormones. What stimulates the thyroid gland to produce hormone?
C.
C, thyroid stimulating hormone. That's very correct. So now, like this kind of questioning, you just to quickly get it is that you just have to understand that there are hormones and there are stuff that are being stimulated, and those ones that are being stimulated, their names are being attached to the name of the hormone. For instance, now like this thyroid stimulating hormone, you know that the stimulation is in between. So it's just what will make you understand that okay, this is what usually stimulated from the name. Okay, let's continue. Number 20. The adrenal glands are attached superiorly to which organ? The adrenal gland are attached superiorly.
Kidney.
Kidney.
Okay. So if they said they are attached superiorly, so what part of the superiorly? What does superiorly mean?
On
On
top.
top.
Very correct. Thank you very much.
Top.
So let's continue. Circulating hormones are released into dash by an endocrine gland and must travel to reach their often distant target.
Blood. No.
Circulating hormones are released into dash. Okay, blood. That's correct.
Into
Blood. Yes. So for every hormone, it will be moves into the blood. It's the blood that to exert its effect. The next question is: the adrenal glands are attached. Oh, am I repeating?
Repetition.
We've talked about this one already. Yeah. So the next one is: what secretory cell type is found on the adrenal medulla? What secretory cell type is found in the adrenal medulla? Chromatin cells. Yes.
Neuroglia is in the nervous system now.
Sorry.
Chromatin cells. Yes. Yeah. Chromatin cells. Okay. The next one says, what cells secrete melatonin? I mentioned it already. So what is the answer? Melanocyte. No.
Pineal.
Pineal site. Yes, that is the right one. From the word pineal gland. You understand? So then this site means cell. So number 25 says the production of, okay, we've talked about that already. Now, the production of FSH by the anterior pituitary is reduced by which hormone? Follicle stimulating hormone that is produced by the anterior pituitary gland is reduced by which hormone?
Maybe.
Inhibin. Yeah, very correct. Now, when I don't set for this thing, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to know. Now, let's continue. If an autoimmune disorder targets the alpha cells, production of which hormone would be directly affected?
Insulin.
Fred,
Mm-mm.
insulin.
Glucagon.
Alpha cells.
Glucagon. Glucagon. Sorry.
Glucagon. Yeah, that is the correct answer. Glucagon. So you link your autoimmune with the cells you are targeting, which is the alpha cells. Then number 28, circulating hormones are released into dash by an endocrine gland
Done.
and must travel
Blood.
to reach their often. We
I've
talked
done
about
it.
this one already. Done. 29, that signals only on on the very cells that release them. What is the answer?
Autocrine.
Autocrine, yeah, very correct. Autocrine. So autocrines, they are similar to this hormone thing, but they are inside that thing that releases them. Number 30, that signals are similar to hormones in many ways, but act only on neighboring cells, not on distance targets. So you should know it.
Pancreas.
This one, B, yeah, yes.
Pancreas.
In order for a cell to respond to a hormone, the cell must have an appropriate dash.
Receptor.
You get it? Receptor. Wow, great. Receptor. So this is applicable to for drugs as well, and every other chemical substance. The gas to bind to receptors to exert their effect. Okay. Oh, we've talked about it. Number 33. The anterior portion of the pituitary is the
32.
dash.
32.
Okay. The pituitary is also called dash.
Hypophysis.
Yeah, we've answered it already before. Hmm. 33. The anterior portion of the pituitary is the dash. Anterior portion.
Adenohypophysis.
Hypophysis. Very correct. Okay, let's continue, sir. The posterior portion of the pituitary is the dash.
Neurohypophysis.
Yes. Now 35 says normal development and activity of the thyroid gland is. Okay, I'm not seeing everything. Is controlled by dash.
What
What controls the. What do you say? Thyroid stimulating hormone. Yes, that's correct.
Go.
The posterior pituitary is formed from dash.
Nervous system. Nervous tissue.
Nervous tissue. Thank you. Yes, that's correct. Nervous tissue.
Sorry, who answered this question?
Allow Shebiko.
Okay. What video? Well. All right. Yeah.
Okay, 48 says in both male and female, the hormone that stimulates the production of gametes, that is ova and spermatozoa, by the gonad is called dash. Which hormone? Follicle stimulating hormone. Yes, thank you very much. That's very correct. Which of the following hormone is secreted during pregnancy to prepare the breast for? We've talked about this one already. Okay, now number 51. Are we okay? 50, number 50. Which hormone is responsible for the secretion of testosterone by the testes?
Luteinizing
hormone, yeah. So one of the following is associated with the maintenance of water and electrolyte balance in the body. Maintenance of water and electrolyte balance in the body. What is that? Which hormone is that? Mineralocorticoid. Wow.
You don't date people's voice.
The last one. The mineral won't come out. I mean the dream mineral. Okay, let's have it. 50 says Which of the following is produced by the adrenal cortex? Which of the following is produced by the adrenal cortex?
Glucocorticoid.
Corticoid.
Glucocorticoid. Thank you very much. Wow, beautiful. Among the following, which of these is responsible for the conversion of glucose to glycogen? Conversion of
Insulin.
glucose, insulin. Yes, insulin. The medulla is completely surrounded by the dash. The medulla is completely surrounded by the dash.
B.
Langan.
B. No.
Mhm.
A. No.
Adrenal cortex.
Adrenal cortex. Chokbusa. That's very correct. Adrenal cortex. Yes. Swallow the cough. No problem. Okay. So adrenal cortex is what surrounds the medulla. So 55 says hypersecretion of adrenal cortex hormone result to dash. Hypersecretion of Cushing syndrome. Yes, that's correct. Cushing syndrome. Okay, 56. 56 says one of these hormones convert excess glucose to glycogen.
A. Insulin.
Insulin. Okay. 57. One of these is not a hormone of the anterior pituitary lobe. One of these is not a hormone of the anterior pituitary lobe. Which of these hormones?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin, yes. Oxytocin and ADH or vasopressin are hormones of the posterior pituitary lobe. Yeah. So it's the odd one here. Deficient dash.
Insulin.
Diabetes insipidus. Insulin, no.
Vasopressin.
Vasopressin. Thank you very much. That is this. Okay, now let me say something here. Now there are two hormones regarding diabetes. The insulin and glucagon. So now for diabetes, and there are two types of diabetes. We have diabetes insipidus and diabetes what is the other one? Diabetes mellitus. Yeah. So now diabetes insipidus is about vasopressin, like when vasopressin is insufficient, that is vasopressin or ADH, which is that is written here. Diabetes insipidus talks about vasopressin, while diabetes mellitus is insulin. Yeah, you get that. So that is just it. So in a case where there is an insufficient vasopressin, the person will have diabetes insipidus. Then if insulin is not sufficient as well, then you have diabetes mellitus. So let's move. Abioga, you want to add something?
No.
Right on.
Okay. Number 59, the endocrine system dash. The endocrine system dash.
B.
Release neurotransmitters into the bloodstream for distribution throughout the body. Not really.
Okay. A.
Very correct. Relies on the release of chemicals that binds to target. It's very correct, that one. Yeah. So that is the right one. That is what the endocrine system does. They releases chemicals, and these chemicals are stuff that seems to be messages. So the same of communication. Yeah. Then number 60 says hypothalamic hormones that stimulate the synthesis and secretion of one or more hormones in their lobe are called
Releasing hormone.
releasing hormone. Now all hormones are dash. All hormones, that is 61. All hormones are dash.
Chemical messengers.
Chemical messengers. One of these cannot be classified as as an antidiuretic, as an antidiuretic?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin, yes, very correct. Oxytocin. Oxytocin cannot be classified as an antidiuretic. Vasopressin is there, ADH is there, and aldosterone. Number 63. The beta cells of the pancreatic islet, what does it produce? Beta cells. They produce this in yes. Yeah, that's correct. Number 64. 64. Production of insulin will result in dash. You
Diabetes.
answered this already, basically.
Mellitus.
Diabetes, mellitus. Yes, correct. Okay, 65. 65. Dash is an example of a gland. Dash is an example of a gland.
Pancreas.
Pancreas. Yeah, pancreas is an example of a gland. So it's just beside the stomach. Then 66 says the target of the hormone erythropoietin is dash. The
Bone
target
marrow.
of the hormone erythropoietin. Bone marrow.
Bone
Yes,
marrow.
exactly. Doing well. The hormone that opposes the function of parathyroid hormone is dash.
Thyroxine.
Me say before I go understand,
Thyroxine.
I have to go and study this system again. What is the answer?
Thyroxine. Okay, no.
Thyroxine. No.
Calcitonin.
Calcitonin. That's correct. Yes, calcitonin. Calcitonin is the hormone opposite function of the parathyroid. Now, another one says an enlarged thyroid is as a result of deficiency of dash.
Iodine.
Iodine. Yes. Thank you. Number 69. Glucagon is secreted by dash cells.
Alpha.
Cell.
Yes, alpha cell. Hormone is secreted by glands into the dash.
Into the gut.
Into the gut. Think again.
No, blood. Sorry.
Okay, blood is the correct one. Okay. Yes. Number 71.
Growth hormone.
Growth hormone. Yes. Okay, yeah. I want to ask another question here. For this growth hormone, whatever. What
Yeah.
you know what is acromegaly? It's just a disorder like this gingitism as well. But what happened here is that its own growth is on the extremities. Like person who have very long hands, tall legs. I don't know whether the head go tall join all the extremities, with long. So that is how it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so
Sorry, let me just add to it. Gigantism occurs is growth hormone excess in childhood, while acromegaly is in adulthood.
okay.
Okay.
Noted. 72. Thank you, Oga. Hormones implicated in the development of secondary sexual characteristics in male is dash.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. Yes. We've done just well done. That is the last question. So